Welcome everyone, I'm Marcel of Marcel West Fitness. Today we're going to be going over some pelvic tilt corrections. So this is working on the mobility, movement of our lumbar spine, that low back. We've gone over so far how do your setup. So are you setting up in an S posture, C posture? So S posture, that arched back, C posture, curved back, which really can affect a lot in your golf swing. We want to get you into that neutral posture. So these exercises are going to help us get more control, more movement, and more control over that lumbar spine, so we can set up better in our neutral posture and give us more control throughout the golf swing. We're going to start with cats and dogs. We're going to go into a supine pelvic tilt, so laying on the ground, and then we're going to do a golf posture pelvic tilt, and then I'm going to show you how to find neutral spine and work on that backswing. This may feel different for you once you are getting into that neutral spine and you find you have more rotation and more control with that. Let's get started. So our first one we're going to do here, this is our cats and dogs. So for this, you do need to be down on all fours. If anybody's done yoga, you may have done this before. Great mobility stretch for the low back. So we're just going to start off on all fours like this. And then we're going to go into a cat or a dog first. So for the dog, we're just going to arch the low back, and extend the head up, and then go into a cat, so around the back, and push the head down, and again arch, and extend. And you just want to go back and forth, probably about 10 times, doing a couple sets of that. Just make sure the movement is coming from our low back and not through our upper back, that thoracic spine. A lot of times people will extend or kind of contract that upper back and not use that low back. So really focus on the low back doing the work for us. So our second exercise that we're going to work on here, again, this is a progression up from the cats and dogs. This is a supine, so we're going to be laying on our back, pelvic tilt. So for this, just lay down. We want to keep our knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Arms going to be out to the side, palms down, and back nice and relaxed. And then from here, you're just going to arch the low back, and then flatten the low back a little. Arch again, flatten the low back a little. Maybe slightly more challenging than the cats and the dog, but this is a great progression. Gives you that more control. Again, want to do around that 10 rep range, doing 2 to 3 sets of these, really working on control of that lumbar spine. So now that you've been working on the cats and the dogs, that supine pelvic tilt, so laying on their back, starting to get some more control, some more movement in there, we can take this up a notch and go into our golf stance. So you can do this if you want. You can hold on to a club in front of you, a driver or something like that, grip it down, just to give you a little bit more support if you want. But all we're going to do is come into that 5-iron stance, arms crossed out in front, and then we're going to arch and flatten out that back. Again, we're really focusing on the lumbar spine, doing the work for us, not rounding or moving the shoulders up that upper back. It's really focusing on arching and flattening out our lumbar spine, controlling that as much as you can. So the last exercise that we're going to do now that you've been working on the other ones, getting a little bit more control in that pelvic tilt. This may take a little bit of time. You may not get that right away the first session you do this. You're going to have to keep working at it depending on how restricted, how tight those muscles are. But what we're going to do now is find out how to get to neutral and then work through that backswing. So again, just kind of going into our 5-iron setup here. First thing we're going to do is we want to arch the back. We're going to flatten the back out, arch, and then come to neutral. And go through that back swing. And after a few rotations, go back, make sure you arch first, round first, arch, and then go to neutral. You always want to make sure that you find neutral after you arch that low back. That's going to force you to engage your core and your glutes. You go from around the back into neutral. It's going to shut those muscles off, and you don't want that. You want to make sure they stay activated. So always go arch, round, arch, neutral.